up and running with our stream.
We're ready to rock.
All right, good deal.
Get it going.
So we do have our stream. We're live on KCSI. Thanks for joining us. And we are also on our stream. If you go over to our YouTube channel, the KCSI on YouTube, you can watch this game here that's upcoming. So, but again, it'll be Red Oak and St. Albert. Should be a lot of fun. Plenty of time to hop in your car and come on down to the Orange Gym and watch it with us. Let's take a quick break, check in with our sponsors, and we'll be back after these messages.
The White Sparrow is a proud supporter of high school sports and small town living. We are here for your home decor and gifting needs. Just like a team constantly works to improve their performance, our team at the White Sparrow works hard to meet your needs by updating our merchandise and offering an array of gifts and decor for you to find just what you're looking for. Stop by the White Sparrow or check us out at shopthewhitesparrow.com.
Too busy at work to wait in a long line at Subway? Order online at order.subway.com. Simply register with your email and password and order away. You can also download the Subway app on your smartphone. Order up to 6 subs, salads, or pizza. Ready in 15 minutes once order is submitted. Also add chips, cookies, and drinks easily. And Subway's back to normal hours, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Order online at Subway in Red Oak, Clarinda, Shenandoah.
Just as your local State Farm agent teams combine good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. This is your local State Farm agent, Dave Carball, and we promise to deliver the service you deserve at the price you want. My State Farm team will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call us today at 712-623-5639 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And getting set with the final game of the evening here between the Red Oak Tigers and the St. Albert Saints. About 17 minutes or so away from the opening serve here. Derek, what do you say what do you look at when you see these two teams?
We've got just pulling up the preview for the season leaders. From assists, we've got Lily Cron with 70 assists. Merced Ramirez for the Tigers with 144 kills. We have Ella Klussman with she's got 21 points and a kill percentage of 9.1%. We've got Merced Ramirez again for the Tigers, 28.9% percentage there on kills. From a blocking standpoint, St. Albert again 19 total blocks with Missy Evzik and Lainey DeVries for the Tigers with 13 blocks. So they've got the advantage there just a little bit. Diggs, Ellie Monahan with 107, Nicole Bond for the Tigers with 116. Serving, we've got Landry Miller for the St. Albert again. She's got a 0.3 aces. Merced's got 0.4. So again, when you look at that, you see a pretty, from the top categories there, you see a pretty even matchup. From just an overall team stat, this is where things change just a little bit. Tigers at a 5-8 record, and the St. Albert Saints with a 4-6 record. But Tigers coming in with 315 assists to the 133 for St. Albert. We've got kills, 333 for the Tigers to 144 for St. Albert again. Kills per set, 25.6 for the Tigers, 14.4 for St. Albert. Kill attempts, 956 for the Tigers, 601 for St. Albert.
That's some pretty significant differences.
Big differences. As I scroll down here and I see some things where maybe St. Albert, scooches ahead just a little bit. It comes in the blocking. They've got 54 total blocks to our 42. I think that's something we consistently see just with a lot of teams coming in with more blocks than the Tigers.
Is that a size issue, Derek? What is that?
I think it's maybe a scheme issue, quite honestly. I think some of it's a bit of a stat issue, how one team takes stats on blocks versus we do. I've noticed that consistently over the years. Serving, we've got 590 serve successes to their 390. So, again, serve attempts 663 to 418. They have us edged in the efficiency by just a bit, but again, we're getting a lot more attempts all across the board than our opponent here tonight.
Well, it should be a good game. The Red Oak Tigers and St. Albert, about 16 or 17 minutes away from the opening serve here this evening. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back after these messages.
Life needs a financial game plan? Let Miller Financial Group coach you through life's financial playbook. Their knowledge is built on almost a 60-year tradition of combining their market and product experience with their passion for helping others pursue better financial living. If knowledge and honesty are important to you and your financial future, contact Miller Financial Group in Red Oak at 712-623-5726 and schedule an appointment today.
Hey Sunshine Country, it's Cheryl Porter. Do you like your job? How would you like to love your job? Fresco System USA is looking for several highly motivated workers to join our team. Come see me at 2026 Fernwood Avenue in Red Oak or call 712-623-8100 extension 6659 and we can talk about everything we offer, like sign-on bonuses of up to $3,500, benefits starting day one, and so much more. So if you're ready to love your job, come see me today at Fresco System USA.
Love is in the air.
Farming isn't just your livelihood, it's your life. No one understands that better than Farm Bureau Financial Services. We offer comprehensive coverage that protects your farm, machinery, livestock, and so much more. You'll get customized coverage on one policy with one premium and one deductible when you need it the most. Contact Farm Bureau agents Bruce Bryant or Jamie Sifford in Red Oak and learn more about smarter insurance for agriculture.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company. Empire Construction and Trenching has served Southwest Iowa, Northwest Missouri, and Southeast Nebraska for over 10 years. If your project requires precise ground site work and preparation, you can trust Empire Construction to do your work accurately. They are a regional leader for groundwork, commercial site work, and precision job site preparation work. They hold a reputation for delivering quality service that is on time and on budget. Call Empire Construction today at 712-623-9435 for all your agricultural and commercial needs.
Welcome back to Red Oak. Aaron West and Derek O'Neill with us with color commentary. Eli Bell's will be running all of our production software as well as commentary as well. So Van Halen. Now we have a little Come On Eileen. I think it's a Dixie. I should have looked that up. I think it's a Dixie Midnight. I have to look that up.
Okay.
This is important to the volleyball game, Derek, to have that information. So
I could tell you a little about Van Halen maybe, but
not this?
Not this one so much, no.
I'll sit out on all of it.
You don't remember this, Eli?
I couldn't tell you I remember a thing about
the Dixie. It's actually Dexy's Midnight Runners.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
That's important to the game here.
I mean, I don't know if it's Coach Molinex here picking out the playlist or not, but he does do a great job.
Yeah, just totally Coach Molinex. He's got it going on. Should be a good game, about 10 minutes away. Again, what has happened here this evening? It's a triangular of the Red Oak Tigers, the Carroll Kuemper Knights, and St. Albert Saints. Game one of the evening, it was Red Oak and Carroll Kuemper. Kuemper comes out on top in 3, 25-23, 14, and 21. Game number 2 is Carroll Kuemper and St. Albert. Carroll Kuemper comes out on top, 25-11, 19, and 15. But you know what? There were moments, Derek, in that St. Albert game where St. Albert really had dug in and looked really good.
Yeah, they did. I mean, there were a couple of those. I mean, the libero just took some hard shots from that, great hitter there on Kuemper. And
that was Ellie Monahan, and Sophie Bading had lined up with about 2 or 3 just big swings, and she dug them out nicely.
Yeah, big time. And so, I'm expecting – I thought St. Albert adjusted good to the blocking schemes, too, that Kuemper threw out there. They started trying to tip over the block. Like I said there a bit ago, they ran some shoots to kind of change the tempo just a little bit. So, I'm expecting the same thing for them when they're facing the Tigers here tonight.
About 10 minutes away. We're going to take another break, and we'll be back after these messages.
Allensworth Heating and Cooling is here to help you. We offer a variety of services from heating to cooling, hot water heaters, indoor air quality, ductwork, remote, thermostats, attic insulation, sheet metal fabrication, and variable refrigerant flow systems. We offer rebate incentives and financing options to help you reduce the cost of your service. We are a family-owned and family-operated with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Call us today at 712-623-3191.
Get your best buy at Hawkeye, the little Ford dealer.
When it's time to shop for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, let the team at Hawkeye Ford in Red Oak help you score big. You'll walk away a winner with the great deal you'll find at Hawkeye Ford, and they make car shopping easy. Visit them just east of Red Oak on Highway 34 or shop from anywhere, anytime at HawkeyeFord.com. Hustle in today and get in the game of finding a great deal at Hawkeye Ford in Red Oak.
At Western Iowa Networks, we know that fast internet speeds and a reliable phone network is important to you. Not just because that's what we say we'll deliver, but because those services are what connects you to your family and friends. We strive to give you the best product and service possible, because when you deal with us, you're dealing with family. Not just some distant voice on the other line, but someone you can trust to do the job right. Sign up today and join our family at westianet.com.
Back to Red Oak, Aaron West, Eli Bells, and Derek O'Neill. Now we've gone back to Earth, Wind, and Fire in September. So,
yeah.
That's Coach Malnix is breaking it out. And then you roll right into Van Halen,
More
Panama.
Van Halen, yeah.
Panama.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, absolutely. Derek, what are you looking back at these teams? What do you see?
Matchups all time here. The stats go back to 2013. Tigers edge St. Albert 7-4. Looks like Tigers took a pair of them in 21. So last year, St. Albert took the one in 2020. Tigers took one in 2020. But kind of, off and on there between the Tigers and the Saints there. So edge goes to the Tigers, and that's what I'm hoping for tonight, I think.
We'll just have to wait and see what happens here. The about 5 minutes away. I think that it's going to start a little sooner than what the clock might indicate here, but I think the Saints probably warmed up and ready to go, and it should be a lot of fun. Any statistically, Eli, anything you're seeing there that we need to be aware of?
No, I think really Derek ran through most of that. Like we said earlier, just the balance that Red Oak has been having. We saw with that last game against Kuemper, the balance was there, but really the balance was not in our favor. I mean, a lot of people got touches, but at the same time, it just wasn't dialed in for Red Oak, and Kuemper took the advantage. And and kind of watching in that St. Albert game too as well, it seemed like Red Oak played the exact same game that St. Albert did, but just with different jerseys on, it looked like out there. So really close in those first couple sets. Kuemper seemed to pull away, so I'm sure we're going to have a great matchup here tonight.
It is homecoming week in Red Oak. Homecoming Friday night, the Red Oak Tigers and Shenandoah Mustangs for the football game. tomorrow for the Red Oak Tigers, dress as your middle school younger self.
So that's a neon shirt, probably neon shorts. Probably in 6th grade. That's probably what it was.
Yeah.
High knee socks, probably.
Mine was probably, Michael Jordan jersey,
Yep.
Air Jordans or something like that. The jeans that you rolled up a little bit.
I think
maybe.
you still have that with your Ray-Bans over here. I don't know what we're talking about.
Derek had his Ray-Bans on as we were up here. I would probably have parachute pants and a mullet.
All right.
Probably back in the day.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Back in the day.
Isn't it Bald Awareness Day? So where's
It's
the
bald.
mullet?
Hey! It is Bald is Beautiful Day.
Bald is beautiful. Day, not
Thank you very
awareness.
much.
I shouldn't say
awareness, like it's something
to look out for.
Well,
find a cure for.
I think my dad's got it too. So
Bald Awareness Day.
I'll be next. So.
It's Bald is Beautiful Day.
Bald is Beautiful Day.
And I fully embrace that holiday too.
You do. I mean,
Absolutely.
You rock it. When you gave me that mullet look, I had to do a double take real quick.
That was the day. That was back in the day. A few minutes away from the opening serve here in Red Oak this evening. And again, should be a good game. I think these two teams look to be pretty evenly matched. We could see some good volleyball here.
I'm hoping to see some great volleyball here tonight. And yeah, I kind of agree. Evenly matched, and probably is going to come down to who can control the most errors, and hopefully our Tigers can do that. And as Coach says, kind of keep some short-term memories out there if we do make a few errors and come out swinging.
We're going to take a break, and we'll be back after these messages.
Come celebrate the first annual Oktoberfest at Jacqueline's, featuring many German beers along with German cuisine. This is an all-ages event that will include games and events such as wiener dog races and best dressed German. The football games will be on the big screen with Kevin Keith performing that evening. Come join the fun at Jacqueline's starting at 11 a.m. just south of Shannon on Highway 59. Pre-registration for wiener dog races are open today and will close on September 26th. Please call 712-581-9463 for registration and other inquiries. That's 712-5181.
The Red Oak Greenhouse has an immediate opening for a full-time production greenhouse grower. Responsibilities include strong problem-solving skills, required to obtain an Iowa pesticide applicator's license within 90 days, an understanding of plant requirements, self-motivated in learning growing techniques, strong communication skills, respond to and resolve alarms, willing to work weekends, holidays on a rotation. If interested in this position, contact the Red Oak Greenhouse at 801 North Broadway in Red Oak. The Red Oak Greenhouse is an equal opportunity employer.
The White Sparrow is a proud supporter of high school sports and small town living. We are here where your home decor and gifting needs. Just like a team constantly works to improve their performance, our team at the White Sparrow works hard to meet your needs by updating our merchandise and offering an array of gifts and decor for you to find just what you're looking for. Stop by the White Sparrow or check us out at shopthewhitesparrow.com.
Yeah. Welcome back to Red Oak. Aaron West, Derek O'Neill, Rick Springfield, Jesse's girl. I think I'm batting 100 here, batting 1,000 tonight.
Like I said, I think you must have plugged your phone into the speaker system here and you're rocking your own playlist.
I'm telling you, I just he's nailing it tonight here. So
yeah, he's doing a great job.
So just a few minutes away from the opening lineups. What do you think Coach Montgomery is telling the girls? How do you stay loose in between? It's kind of like tournament play. You play, you sit, you cool off, you have to warm back up and get back up for another game. That's a kind of a challenge, isn't it?
I mean, the good thing for the Tigers, they did get a little bit of a break there. The St. Albert Saints here, they got to play back-to-back games. So
against a tough Kuemper team. So, but should be a good game and kind of looking forward to it here. Again, it is homecoming week. We would encourage folks to get out and participate. Again, tomorrow is Dress as Your Middle School Younger Self. Thursday, Country versus Country Club, and Friday's, of course, Tiger Pride. The festivities for Friday, 1:30, the parade lineup at 2 o'clock, the homecoming parade. You going to make it to the parade?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And then at 6 o'clock to recognize the Grand Marshals, John and Sharon Allison. Congratulations to them. And Crown Bearers will be Howard Wigg and Berkeley Blay. The homecoming court and the 2022 Hall of Fame inductee, Lori Larson. Matt had a nice interview with Lori Larson on the radio today, and she was about 2001 graduate, I think, played with the Pillars.
Okay.
Mickey Pillar, yeah. Yep. And just phenomenal records in tennis. I mean, unbelievable records. And then, of course, 7 o'clock football game, Red Oak and Shenandoah. I think I'm really excited about that football game.
Yeah,
both of those teams are good. I mean, Red Oak undefeated, Shenandoah's 2-1. That should be a really good football game for homecoming.
I'm hoping so. I haven't had a chance to travel with the Tigers on any of their road games here, so looking forward to seeing them play again.
You'll get the opportunity to go check them out. Of course, should be a lot of fun. A quick, before we get started here, if I can grab a quick forecast for you just to let you know what's going on with the weather, and it's going to be a little bit warmer for tonight. Clear, lows around 60 degrees tonight. Tomorrow, upper 80s for high. A warmer day tomorrow. You're going to feel kind of summer-like tomorrow, and winds out of the south at 5 to 15 miles per hour, gusting to 25. Wednesday night, partly cloudy, lows around 60. South winds of 10 to 15, gusting to 20. And Thursday, partly sunny, highs mid-80s again, breezy. South winds 10 to 20, gusting to 25 miles per hour. And then there's a 20% chance of showers Thursday night, with low temperature Thursday night in the mid-60s. Friday, a 20% chance of showers Friday and a 30% chance Friday night. So the option, or the possibility, I should say, of rain later. Not a great possibility, but there is a chance for rain this weekend, several days this weekend. We're going to take one more quick break, and we'll be back with the opening serve right after this.
Too busy at work to wait in a long line at Subway? Order online at order.subway.com. Simply register with your email and password and order away. You can also download the Subway app on your smartphone. Order up to 6 subs, salads, or pizza. Ready in 15 minutes once order is submitted. Also add chips, cookies, and drinks easily. And Subway's back to normal hours, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Order online at Subway in Red Oak, Clarinda, Shenandoah.
For the Saints this evening will be Ella Klusman, Kylie Wiesack, also Georgie Bonet, Missy Evsick. I'm going to do my best to get those names correct. And also we have Lydia Sherrill. On the court for the Tigers, we have Marley Gray, Lainey DeVries, Merced Ramirez, Nicole Bond, Alexis Wallace. What's the discussion going on here, Derek, you know?
Not sure. I think the Tigers are maybe starting in a different position than normal here, so we'll see.
Little adjustment by Coach Montgomery. Ellie Monahan, Lily Crone, Ella Klusman, Georgie Bonet, Kylie Wiesack, Corey Teen, Missy Evsick. Tigers will serve first. Back to serve for Red Oak will be Olivia Boswell. And here we go with set number one. Serve into the back row, received by Monahan. Free ball across the net right away. It's out, and the Tigers are on the board first. 1-0 Red Oak leads set number one. Boswell back to serve again for Red Oak. Serve into the back row. It's received by Sherrill. Into the back row to Bond. Tapped across by Lainey DeVries. Nice job by Sherrill to keep it alive. Tapped across, and the Tigers score two.
Love seeing that run starting here with the Tigers on the board right away.
Boswell the other night at Glenwood did a phenomenal job from behind the service line. Into the back row it goes to Monahan. Set from Crone. Push, but tap back across by the Tigers.
Where's the two hits there?
And into the back corner it goes. Point goes to Red Oak. And again, back to serve now will be Boswell. 3-0. Red Oak leads set number 1. Olivia Boswell back to serve low and into the net. Point goes to St. Albert. Into the game comes Kennedy DeVries, and taking a seat will be Olivia Boswell. Back to serve will be Georgia Bonet. She's a junior, 5'7" junior for the Saints. Into the back row. Ramirez passes it up front. Gray hits it across, and the Tigers score. It's 4-1. Red Oak leads set number 1.
Great way to respond for Red Oak, especially coming off of a 3-set drop to Kuemper, leading this one now 4-1 over St. Albert.
O'Neill into the game, and Wallace takes a seat. Ramirez back to serve for Red Oak. Serve from Ramirez into the back row. A misses out. Point goes to St. Albert. It's 4-2. Red Oak leads. Into the game, Miller taking a seat. Wesak, and Miller goes back to serve. That's Landry Miller, a senior at 5'5". For the Saints. Serve hard, tips and top net. Gray is there. Ramirez to Gray, and get it back across the net. Point goes to St. Albert, and it's a 1-point set here.
We talked in the pregame there about controlling errors. You know, Tigers a couple of miscues on serves, and then that kill into the net there. So
Saints right back in it here. Miller serve into the back row to Bond. Little miscommunication there by the Tigers, and point
just
goes
like that, 4-4.
Tied up at 4-piece. Landry Miller back to serve once again. Again, Landry Miller is a senior, 5'5" senior. Tied up at 4-piece, set number 1. Gray. There's Ramirez, and then hit across by Bond. Monahan, set from Crone to Klusman.
Hard hit, just a bit into the net there.
Point goes to Red Oak, 5-4. Into the game, Williams taking a seat will be Bond, and back to serve Laney DeVries for Red Oak. Laney serve just across the net, a serve, Laney DeVries. Nice job by Laney to go right into the open spot, the donut hole on the floor.
Donut hole, yeah.
The donut hole.
What's that campfire you're talking about?
That's similar to that, where you drop the ball and everybody's standing around looking at it like they're standing around a campfire.
Yeah. Gotcha. Down ball across the net by Klusman. O'Neill hits it, but it goes a bit far, and the point goes to St. Albert. It's 6-5.
Tigers and Saints just trading points here.
Into the game, Bond taking a seat will be Laney DeVries. Back to serve for the Saints, Ella Klusman. Serve into the back row. Bond passes it up front. Ramirez to Gray, blocked at the net. Kept alive by the Tigers. Free ball across the net by Williams. There's Monahan passing it up. Set goes to Hendricks, and the point goes to Tigers.
Just a little bit of a miscue there by St. Albert. Not sure what happened there, but that happens once in a while.
Boswell into the game. Kennedy DeVries takes a seat. 7-5. Red Oak leads set number 1. Back to serve is Gray. Low across the net. That got nicely there. I think that was Bonet. Hit by Hendricks, and the point goes to St. Albert. It's 7-6.
Tigers had the blockers there. Just need to tool the block a little bit is what the term I've been told.
Tool the block?
Tool the block. Adjust your hands just a little bit so the block goes back down on the other side in play.
Have all kinds of knowledge here this evening, Derek.
I got to show Eli up a little bit.
Oh, he's got to.
Tapped across by Sherrill. Set to Boswell. Point goes to Red Oak. Nice hit by Boswell.
Yeah, great little quick set to the middle there.
Coming into the game, Alexis Wallace taking seat. O'Neill. And back to serve is Wallace. 8-6. Red Oak leads set number 1. Wallace serve into the back row to Monahan. She passes it up front. Set from Klusman to Sherrill. Hit out.
Touched, I think, by the Tigers.
Yeah, I think it was touched. Point goes to St. Albert. It's 8-7. Back to serve for St. Albert will be Lydia Sherrill. She's a senior, 5'9" senior for the Saints. And here we go. Bond passes it up front, set from Wallace, and we're going to have a 2-hit call. No, lift call.
Lift, yep.
And it's tied up at 8 apiece. Back to serve again now, Lydia Sherrill. Sherrill serve low across the net. Bond is there, set to Boswell. Hits it a bit too far, and the point goes to St. Albert.
The right idea, I don't know if we're just hitting around their block just a little bit. We've had a couple sail out of bounds. Hopefully we can get that corrected and start throwing some points back on the board.
Sherrill's serve into the back row. Set goes to Ramirez, and the point goes to the Tigers. It's tied up at 9 apiece in set number 1. Coming into the game, Laney DeVries, and Williams takes the seat. Nicole Bond back to serve. She's a sophomore, the libero for the Tigers. Received by Monahan, shanks it off to the side. Point goes to Red Oak, and Red Oak gains the lead now, 10-9. Bond back to serve for Red Oak. Low across the net into the back row, touches the Saints, and they get it back across the net. Up and tapped back across that time. That was Bonet. Into the back row, Monahan. Tapped by Klusman. Free ball across the net, Sherrill. Set to Ramirez. She hits it hard, and the point goes to the Tigers.
There was a great dig by Emily Siebenecker in that last volley there, too, by the Tigers to keep it alive. So she's a freshman. Love seeing those freshmen get involved like that, too.
It's good for the future of the program,
yeah.
11-9, Red Oak with the lead. Served by Bond into the back row to Monahan. Kind of a free ball, goes right to the net. Point goes to the Tigers. Tigers got a bit of a run going here, 12-9. And back to serve Nicole Bond, sophomore for the Tigers. Monahan receives the ball. Hit across by Wiesack. Set to Boswell. Hits it across. Nice hard hit by Olivia. It goes out of play, and the point goes to Red Oak. It's 13-9. Red Oak with the lead.
It's a good little run we've got going on here. Let's hope the Tigers can maintain some of this momentum.
Serve from Bond into the back row to Monahan. Hit by Bonet, and didn't go back across the net there, so point goes to St. Albert.
Didn't quite. Great hustle there. Again, Emily Siebenecker, freshman.
Back to serve is Crone. Lily Crone. Hit by Boswell. There's Siebenecker again, Derek, from the back row. Tapped across by Ramirez, and the point goes to Red Oak.
Got to give a little credit to Alexis Wallace there. She's as good as they come when you got those tight passes to the net, being able to pop it back out and make a decent play on it.
14-10 is our score. Red Oak leads in set number 1. Boswell back to serve. Into the back row, Sherrill passes it up front. Hit by Bonet, and the point goes to St. Albert.
That was just a great placed hit right there, taking advantage of the open spot on the floor the Tigers left.
14-11 is our score, and Georgie Bonet goes back to serve now. It's senior for St. Albert. Middle portion of the service line into the back row to Ramirez. Right at the net. Nice job to get that across. Set from Crone. Hit across by Klusman. And Gray hits it into the back row. Bonet is there to keep it alive, and then tapped across by Wiesack. Bond to Ramirez. Hit, blocked at the net. Point goes to St. Albert. 4 hits. 14-12 is our score in set number 1.
St. Albert not giving up here.
A pretty scrappy team. 5 back to serve is Georgie Bonet. 14-12 is our score. Low and across the net. Ramirez passes it up front. Set to Gray. Free ball across the net by Bonet. There's DeVries, kind of the low set, hits it across. Tapped across by Wiesack. Into Bond, over to Gray. She hits it cross court, and it falls to the floor. The point goes to Red Oak. 15-12 is the score.
I like it when the Tigers, they did a quick set there to Laney, trying to change the tempo a little bit in their favor. Gotta like seeing that, so let's keep it up.
15-12 is our score. Ramirez low serve across the net. Cheryl gets under it. Is that a campfire?
They created their own campfire. Usually that term's done when the other team gets the point, but hey.
16-12. But you can have a campfire on either side of the net, can't you?
Yeah.
16-12 is the score. Red Oak with the lead. Hit across by Klusman. Hit hard by Gray. Marley Gray, and it's 17-12. Red Oak with the lead. Timeout on the court. Set number 1. Red Oak leads 17-12, and we'll be back after these messages.
Just as your local State Farm agent teams combine good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. This is your local State Farm agent, Dave Carball, and we promise to deliver the service you deserve at the price you want. My State Farm team will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call us today at 712-623-5639 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Ball across the net by the Saints, set to DeVries, and it's going to go out of play. Point goes to St. Albert. Ramirez came sliding into the bench over here.
Good hustle by the Tigers, but exactly what St. Albert needed with that timeout, changing the momentum.
Wesak back to serve for St. Albert. In the back row, Bond to Ramirez, set to DeVries, into the back row to Monahan. Ivsick with the hit, misses out, point goes to Red Oak. It's 18-13 now. Back to serve is Laney DeVries. Williams checks into the game, and Nicole Bond takes a seat. And Laney DeVries serves from kind of the middle of the court. Low and into the net, point goes to St. Albert. Back into the game, Bond. DeVries takes a seat, and back to serve for St. Albert will be Klusman. Into the back row it goes. Kennedy DeVries is there. Ramirez was set to Williams. Landry Miller gets under the ball, but we have a net violation on the part of the Saints, and Red Oak now leads 19-14. In set number 1. Back to serve is Marley Gray. Into the back row. Up front, Klusman sets Saints. Hit across by Bond. Klusman tapped across by Evzik.
Just finding the open spot the Tigers left there. Almost caught us just being a little bit of spectator there.
Into the game is Siebenecker taking a seat, Gray, and back to serve Monahan, Ellie Monahan. 19-15 is our score. Red Oak leads, set number 1. There's Siebenecker. Ramirez gets under it, and then from behind the 10-foot line is Bond, but it's low and into the net. Point goes to St. Albert. St. Albert's right back in this thing. Back to serve Monahan, Ellie Monahan, sophomore, 5'5" sophomore. Siebenecker passes it out front. Ramirez to Williams, a bit too hard, and it goes out of play, and the point goes to St. Albert. It's 19-17.
We saw this a little bit in the first game, too, as well, against Kuemper. Red Oak was getting on these runs, and then just errors started to pile up on top.
Monahan into the back row to Siebenecker. And this 19-18.
And the Tigers is a little bit out of sorts here with St. Albert getting on this run.
A little bit of out of sync at the moment. Serve from Monahan into the back row to O'Neal. Set to O'Neal. Monahan gets under it. Free ball across the net, Miller. Siebenecker to Ramirez. And then Sherrill, I think it was, goes up and just taps it down, and we're tied up at 19. And Coach Montgomery wants to talk about it.
Yeah.
And we're going to take that break with them. 19-19. We'll be back after this.
If your life needs a financial game plan, let Miller Financial Group coach you through life's financial playbook. Their knowledge is built on almost a 60-year tradition of combining their market and product experience with their passion for helping others pursue better financial living. If knowledge and honesty are important to you and your financial future, contact Miller Financial Group in Red Oak at 712-623-5726 and schedule an appointment today.
Hey Sunshine Country, it's Cheryl Porter. Do you like your job? How would you like to love your job? Fresco System USA is looking for several highly motivated workers to join our team. Come see me at 2026 Fernwood Avenue in Red Oak or call 712-623-8100 extension 6659 and we can talk about everything we offer, like sign-on bonuses of up to $3,500, benefits starting day one, and so much more. So if you're ready to love your job, come see me today at Fresco System USA.
We had a violation, though. It doesn't matter. The point goes to Red Oak either way. It's 2019. Alexis Wallace into serve.
Good kill by Olivia there, changing the momentum back to the Tiger side.
Wallace serves into the back row. It's Miller passing it up front. Set to
hit the antenna.
Hendricks. Hit the upright. The pin.
And that's a perfect way you want to start out for Red Oak if you're off a timeout. Off a timeout, you want to build that momentum back up and stop the other teams. Getting those 2 points makes up for that.
Serve comes from Wallace. Low serve, but boy, the St. Albert Saints do a nice job getting that back across the net. Hit hard by Williams, blocked at the net. Then Ramirez hits it across the net. Monahan, free ball by Miller. There's Williams. Set goes to Boswell. She taps it across. Monahan passes it up front to Hendricks. Hendricks hits it into the net. Point goes to Red Oak. It's 22-19.
Great volley there. Both teams with a lot of hustle. A lot of hustle out there. Well matched, it seems like.
Back to serve is Wallace. Monahan gets under it. Set to Hendricks. She hits it across, and Wallace just effort gets under that one. Hit across by Williams. Monahan sets it up to Hendricks. She taps it to the net, and it's tapped down by Williams, and point goes to Red Oak. It's 23-19. Set number one. Timeout on the court. We'll take it with them and be right back after this. Red Oak leads 23-19.
Farming isn't just your livelihood, it's your life. No one understands that better than Farm Bureau Financial Services. We offer comprehensive coverage that protects your farm, machinery, livestock, and so much more. You'll get customized coverage on one policy with one premium and one deductible when you need it the most. Contact Farm Bureau agents Bruce Bryant or Jamie Sifford in Red Oak and learn more about smarter insurance for agriculture.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Welcome. Our score, Red Oak with the lead. It was tied up at, was it 19-19?
Yep. Yeah.
And then Tigers go on a bit of a run here. You guys were commenting off air. Both coaches pretty quick to call a timeout here in this first set.
Yeah, you know, in games like this, especially in that first set, I think this is one of the most important sets that set the tone for the rest of the match. This is the one you really want.
Wallace serves, and that just dies. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, even though it's a triangular, these are conference games for all the schools here tonight, so it does
matter.
You know, they are important, and it does matter.
24-19 is the score. Served by Wallace into the back row. Sherrill is there. Hit across by Miller. Bond to Wallace. Tapped across by Ramirez. Miller gets under it. Pushed across that time by Klussman. Klusman. Hit hard by Bonet, kept alive by Wallace. Williams taps it across. They're going to let it go out of play, and that's going to do it for set number one. Red Oak gets the victory 25-19 in the first set.
Great job by Marissa seeing the floor there to get that last point with the tip.
We're going to take a break and be back with set number two right after this.
Kuemper Construction and Trenching has served southwest Iowa, northwest Missouri, and southeast Nebraska for over 10 years. If your project requires precise ground site work and preparation, you can trust Empire Construction to do your work accurately. They are a regional leader for groundwork, commercial site work, and precision job site preparation work. They hold a reputation for delivering quality service that is on time and on budget. Call Empire Construction today at 712-623-9435 for all your agricultural and commercial needs.
Allensworth Heating and Cooling is here to help you. We offer a variety of services from heating to cooling, hot water heaters, indoor air quality, ductwork, remote, thermostats, attic insulation, sheet metal fabrication, and variable refrigerant flow systems. We offer rebate incentives and financing options to help you reduce the cost of your service. We are a family-owned and family-operated with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Call us today at 712-623-3191.
Welcome back. Set number one goes to the Tigers, 25-19. It was close at parts. In fact, St. Albert tied it up at 19, and then Tigers took over and scored 6 unanswered points. So,
yeah, definitely, evenly matched with both of these teams, and saw some great volleys. Both teams made some errors. So, I think it's, as we said at the beginning, kind of who's gonna minimize those errors and be able to pull away here on these next couple sets. So.
And Tigers are on the court. St. Albert getting prepared, taking time. There's still about 50 seconds on the clock, so there's still plenty of time for the Saints. And again, what has happened here this evening, let me give you a quick recap. In the first game of the evening, it was Red Oak and Kuemper Catholic, and Kuemper Catholic takes it in 3, 25, 23, 14, and 21. Game number 2, it was Kuemper Catholic and St. Albert. Kuemper Catholic takes it in 3, 25, 11, 19, and 15. Kuemper didn't drop a set all evening here. Now it's Red Oak and St. Albert, and Red Oak takes set number 1, 25-19. So,
St. Albert having a lot of discussion here before they're heading out on the court.
A lot of discussion.
Maybe they're going to switch their rotation up, start in a different position.
I think it's strategic, Derek, just to take time.
Yeah,
just to take the time.
Maybe they can ice out the Tigers a little bit here. So
they're wanting to break the momentum the Tigers had. The Tigers are back on the court quick. They're wanting to keep the momentum.
Yeah.
So here we go. Back to serve will be Lily Crone, the junior, 5'7" junior for St. Albert. As we get back to action in set number 2, Bond gets under it. Ace serve.
That's a perfect start that you want for St. Albert coming into this, taking their time, coming into this second set. They start off here with an ace.
1-0 St. Albert leads set number 2. Serve from Crone, low and into the net, tied up at 1 apiece. And coming into the game, Marley Gray. Taking a seat is Siebenecker for Red Oak, and back to serve for Red Oak will be Boswell. Olivia Boswell. Cheryl hit across the net by Bonet. Set to Gray. She hits it hard. Wow. Nice kill by Marley Gray.
That's the way to do it right there.
And it's tied up now, or it's not tied up, rather. Red Oak leads 2-1. It was tied up 1-1, and now Red Oak leads 2-1. Set number 2. Serve from Boswell, low and into the net. Tied up at 2 apiece.
Just trading off serves here to start off this second.
Kennedy DeVries comes into the ball game for Red Oak, and back to serve will be Georgie Bonet for the Saints. Middle portion of the court, into the back row to Kennedy DeVries. Set tapped across by Ramirez. Crone with the set, tapped across by Evsick. Gray with the free ball. Set to Evsick. She pushes it across with two hands. Bond set to Ramirez. Hit, and the point goes to the Tigers. It's 3-2. Red Oak with the lead in set number 2.
Both teams seeing the floor pretty good, trying to place those kills where the open spot is on the floor.
Back to serve is Ramirez for Red Oak. Low and into the net. Couple of service errors here early. Tied up at 3 apiece for the Tigers. Coming into the game for St. Albert will be Landry Miller. And taking a seat, Wesak. Back to serve is Miller. She's a senior. 5'5" senior. Serves into the back row. Kennedy DeVries. Dump set by Ramirez.
It's the first one we've seen her do this game. She's, teams have kind of caught on to that a little bit, but she caught the Saints off guard there.
Had the right situation, took advantage of it, got the point for the Tigers. It's 4-3. Back to serve is Laney DeVries. Miller passes it up front, set from Crone. Hit by Klusman.
Good job by the Tigers just to watch that one sail out of bounds and get the quick point.
5-3 is our score. Red Oak with the lead in set number 2. Miller passes it up front to Crone. Hit by Sherrill. And the point goes to St. Albert. 5-4. Coming into the ball game for St. Albert will be Hendricks. Taking a seat, Crone. And back to serve, Klusman. Ella Klusman to Bond. She passes it right up to the net. Bond then hits it across the net. Klusman with the set to Evsick. Passed up front. Gray hits it across into the back row. Monahan passes it up front to Klusman and then hit by Sherrill. But it's too far and goes out of play. The point goes to Red Oak. It's 6-4.
Tigers had some blockers in the face there of the Saints and just hit it a little wide trying to hit around the blockers.
Boswell checks into the game. Kennedy DeVries takes a seat, and Marley Gray back to serve for Red Oak. Hard serve across the net. Miller is there. Free ball across the net by Sherrill. Free ball this time by Ramirez. Monahan with the set to Hendricks. Gray does a nice job getting under it. Hit by O'Neal right at the net. It's knocked down and the point goes to St. Albert. It's 6-5. Coming into the game, Siebenecker, and taking a seat, Gray. Back to serve will be Ellie Monahan, a sophomore. They're a libero. 6-5. Red Oak leads set number 2. Low across the net, Siebenecker. Tapped by O'Neal, but tad bit out of position, and the point goes to St. Albert.
Tigers got to minimize those errors, kind of take advantage of what they're being given. It's tied up again, as you said.
Back to serve Monahan, Ellie Monahan. Into the back row, Siebenecker to Ramirez. We're going to have a
2-hit call.
2 hits.
I have yet to figure out what the advantage is of 2 hits and why they call that.
Well,
maybe it's like Eli's, drive when he's playing golf.
I don't know about that today. I don't know.
Nice hit by Williams, and we're tied up at 7 apiece.
I definitely see what you're saying there, because when you have the set, and if it comes off twice,
but you can
spinning.
Yeah.
I understand. Yes, you did hit it twice, but there really is no advantage, I feel.
Well, it's one of your hits, though, right?
It is. Yeah.
Technically, sure, but
whoa. Is that a cheeseburger?
That was a cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger by Williams.
Got the overpass from the Saints right at the net, and Marissa just slams it down.
And it's 8-7. Red Oak with the lead. Now set number 2. Back to serve is Wallace. Into the back row to Sherrill. She passes it up front. Klusman hit across by Bonet. Dug out by Bond. Out front it goes to Boswell. Bonet to Klusman. Hit hard at the net by Bonet. Free ball across the net by Boswell. Over to the left side, Bonet hits it across. Siebenecker is there. Passed up front to Boswell. She hits it into the back row. Miller gets under it. Hendricks hits it across, but it's too far, and the point goes to Red Oak.
Both teams all over the floor there. Great hustle by both teams, and just the Tigers getting advantage of the Saints just overhitting the ball a little bit.
9-7, Red Oak with the lead. Alexis Wallace back to serve into the back row. There's Cheryl. It bounces off the top of the net. Bond gets under it. Set goes to Ramirez. Into the back row to Monahan. Klusman hits it across. Monahan, we're going to have a
out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Yep.
Tigers didn't get it back between the pins.
Right. Just on the other side of the antenna.
It was between the
I'm going to look that definition up so we can.
It's definitely the antenna.
All right.
Listen to you guys. 9-8. Red Oak leads set number 2. Serve comes from Cheryl. And the point goes to St. Albert. We're tied up at 9 apiece now.
We had that verification from Sue-Ann French not too while ago.
Sue-Ann knows. 9-9 is our score. Cheryl back to serve. Ramirez passes it up front, right at the net. We're going to have a net violation now on St. Albert, and the point goes to Red Oak. Into the game, DeVries. Williams takes a seat, and Nicole Bond goes back to serve. Nicole is a sophomore, 5'2" sophomore at that. Into the back row to Monahan. Set to Bonet, dug out by Bond. Tapped across nicely by Wisak. Hit by Ramirez. Monahan does a nice job getting under it. And we're going to have a free ball across the net. Cheryl to Bond up front with the set going to Boswell. She hits it hard. And passed across the net then by Bonet. Here we go again. Lift call on the Tigers, and the point goes to St. Albert. We're tied up at 10 apiece now in set number 2.
And it's been a lot of errors on both sides in these sets. It's been points just given to each other. This is where someone needs to be able to find a run here.
Bond passes it up front. Set goes to Laney DeVries and chased down and into the bench. Nice effort there by Monahan. But the Saints couldn't get it back across, and Red Oak takes over the lead once again now. This has been
we're seeing a lot of hustle by both teams, but I'm not seeing maybe the energy that's there. I don't know if it's the triangular type of play we've got here tonight.
It has
2 games or
playing a 25.
Blocked at the net by the Tigers, and the point goes to Red Oak. Nice job by Red Oak.
That definitely could be it, though, too, Derek. But for the home team, it's just you're at home, right?
Energy is a bit different.
Yep, definitely.
I mean, it's even kind of not hearing the student section quite as loud as they've been at some of these games.
Free ball across. Nice job by Wallace to get that over her head backwards across the net. Set to Ramirez. Monahan is there, and Bond lets it fly out of play, and the point goes to Red Oak.
And there's that run we were talking about coming on earlier, is creating your own points here. And right here, Red Oak on a 3-0 stretch.
13-10's our score. Back to serve Boswell to Monahan. Getting under it is Crone, and then it's hit into the net by the Saints, and the point goes to Red Oak. It's 14-10. Red Oak got a bit of a run going, a little momentum. 14-10. Serve by Olivia Boswell. 15-10.
Gonna have a timeout.
Timeout on the court. Trying to stop that momentum. 15-10. We'll be back. Red Oak leads set number 2.
Get your best buy at Hawkeye, the little Ford dealer.
When it's time to shop for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, let the team at Hawkeye Ford in Red Oak help you score big. You'll walk away a winner with the great deal you'll find at Hawkeye Ford, and they make car shopping easy. Visit them just east of Red Oak on Highway 34 or shop from anywhere, anytime at HawkeyeFord.com. Hustle in today and get in the game of finding a great deal at Hawkeye Ford in Red Oak.
At Western Iowa Networks, we know that fast internet speeds and a reliable phone network is important to you. Not just because that's what we say we'll deliver, but because those services are what connects you to your family and friends. We strive to give you the best product and service possible, because when you deal with us, you're dealing with family. Not just some distant voice on the other line, but someone you can trust to do the job right. Sign up today and join our family at westianet.com.
Klussman hits it across the net. Free ball across the net by Ramirez. Monahan to Crone. Hit into the back corner. Nice job there by Wesak. And the point goes to St. Albert.
And a great way to come out of that timeout. Kill the momentum and create your own here. 15-11 now.
Exactly what they were wanting.
And back to serve is Bonet. Center part of the court. Serves into the back row to DeVries. Set to Gray. Blocked at the net by Evsick. Tigers handle it. There's Evsick. Gray pushing it across, but we have a net violation on the Tigers, and the point goes to St. Albert. 15-12, and back to serve now will be Bonet for St. Albert. Into the back row, Kennedy DeVries passes it up front. Wallace to Laney DeVries, and Laney gets the kill. It's 16-12, set number 2.
Tigers stopped that little run St. Albert had on right after that timeout.
O'Neill into the game. Taking seat will be Wallace, and back to serve is Ramirez. Monahan passes it up front, set from Crone. Hit hard by Wesak. Gray with the free ball across the net to Monahan, passes it up front. Crone sets Klussman. She hits it hard, but it goes too far.
I think it's headed to the concession stand,
I think it is.
We probably had, I want to say, 5 balls going to that bleachers against Kuemper and Red Oak.
They go around the corner.
Around that corner.
Or out the door.
Out the door into the bleachers.
That could end up in the black gym if the doors aren't closed over there,
could.
you know.
It could.
17-12 is our score. Red Oak with the lead. Ramirez back to serve. Into the back row to Monahan. Pushed across the net this time by Klussman. O'Neill with the point for the Tigers. Jocelyn O'Neill, 18-12.
Eli was just talking about how it's pajama night over there in the student section. That's making them sleepy.
I mean, yeah.
Not a lot of noise in here for those guys.
It is pajama night, and it's quiet in here.
I need mine on.
Down ball across the net by Klausman.
Just a good placed ball there by the Saints on that hit across the net.
Back to serve is Wesak, a junior. 18-13 is our score, set number 2. Red Oak leads. Wesak serve to Bond, passes it up front. Ramirez to Gray. And Monahan does a really nice job. Down ball across the net by Klausman. Ramirez with the dump set. And the point goes to Red Oak.
And that's been perfect tonight here for Ramirez. She's had 2 of those now. It seems like when she gets herself towards the middle of the court, that center circle starts to spread, and she's able to throw down a quick dump set.
19-13 is our score. Laney DeVries back to serve. Into the back row to Miller. She passes it up front, set to Evsick. Blocked by O'Neill. And then back across the net, out of play to Red Oak's point. 20-13 is our score. Timeout on the court. Once again, 20-13. Red Oak with the lead. We'll take a break and be back after this.
Come celebrate the first annual Oktoberfest at Jacqueline's, featuring many German beers along with German cuisine. This is an all-ages event that will include games and events such as wiener dog races and best dressed German. The football games will be on the big screen with Kevin Keith performing that evening. Come join the fun at Jacqueline's starting at 11 a.m. just south of Shannon on Highway 59. Pre-registration for wiener dog races are open today and will close on September 26th. Please call 712-581-9463 for registration and other inquiries. That's 712-581.
The Red Oak Greenhouse has an immediate opening for a full-time production greenhouse grower. Responsibilities include strong problem-solving skills, required to obtain an Iowa pesticide applicator's license within 90 days, an understanding of plant requirements, self-motivated in learning growing techniques, strong communication skills, respond to and resolve alarms, willing to work weekends, holidays on a rotation. If interested in this position, contact the Red Oak Greenhouse at 801 North Broadway in Red Oak. The Red Oak Greenhouse is an equal opportunity employer.
For Red Oak, and it's 21-13. Nice style by Jocelyn O'Neill, huh, Derek?
You bet.
No bias in that, right?
Where'd she get that talent from? Her mom.
Her grandpa.
I've often heard that she would got all of the talent for you because then you have none left. Is that right, how that works?
Probably, yeah.
We're going to have a point for the Tigers. That's a 2-hit call on the Saints, and the point goes to Red Oak.
Merced with a little quick dump set there in the middle of that point, too. She's just got such great form, very stealthy. She hides it well.
DeVries with the serve into the back row. Miller is there. Hit across by Sherrill or into the net. Point goes to Red Oak. It's 23-13. 10-point lead for Red Oak now in set number 2.
Kind of taking some of the momentum here from St. Albert. Up by 10. That's the biggest lead I think we've seen here tonight for the Tigers in one of these matches.
Maddie Doyle in for the Tigers now. Up front, set from Crone to Klusman. Hit by O'Neill. It goes out of play, and the point goes to Red Oak. Jocelyn O'Neill with the nice hit from the sophomore. From the freshman.
Don't make her older than she is, man.
Derek's a little on edge as it is right now. Here goes set point. Serve into the back row to the Saints. Down ball across the net by Sherrill. Out front, set to Gray. She hits it hard. Pushed across by Klusman. Ramirez to Williams, and the point goes to the Saints. Coming into the game, Hendricks, and taking a seat will be Crone for St. Albert, and back to serve is Ella Klusman.
Got to give St. Albert a lot of credit there, just not giving up no matter what on set point down by 10.
They're a scrappy team, Derek, from what I've seen. Hit by Gray, and that's it. 25-14 is our score. Red Oak leads 2-0 here in Red Oak this evening. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back after this.
The White Sparrow is a proud supporter of high school sports and small town living. We are here for your home decor and gifting needs. Just like a team constantly works to improve their performance, our team at the White Sparrow works hard to meet your needs by updating our merchandise and offering an array of gifts and decor for you to find just what you're looking for. Stop by the White Sparrow or check us out at shopthewhitesparrow.com.
Too busy at work to wait in a long line at Subway? Order online at order.subway.com. Simply register with your email and password and order away. You can also download the Subway app on your smartphone. Order up to 6 subs, salads, or pizza. Ready in 15 minutes once order is submitted. Also add chips, cookies, and drinks easily. And Subway's back to normal hours, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Order online at Subway in Red Oak, Clarinda, Shenandoah.
If you just want to get it.
Just as your local State Farm agent teams combine good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. This is your local State Farm agent, Dave Carball, and we promise to deliver the service you deserve at the price you want. My State Farm team will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call us today at 712-623-5639 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
25, 19, and 14, and have pretty much controlled it, although the Saints show periods of time that they're very competitive.
Yeah, it was back and forth early with some of those errors there, and then they're not giving up on on the set either, but I just wonder a little bit, this is the second game tonight for both teams.
Yep.
And we talked about maybe a little bit of a lack of energy on both teams, although we're seeing some great hustle. Just got to wonder if, 2 games back-to-back with St. Albert there
certainly
is maybe coming down, wearing on them just a little bit.
And we mentioned the energy in the gym it has more of a tournament feel than it does just a typical high school volleyball night feel with the student section.
Definitely Tuesday night, not quite as packed as we've seen some of them. Although good, it's still a good home crowd for sure. And Coach Molinex is rocking the music over here. So
yeah. He's killing it over there tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, the officials are satisfied with our rotations and our players. Here we go. Back to serve for the Tigers will be Boswell. Into the back row it goes. Monahan pushes it up front. Hit hard at the net and across the net by Bonet. Ramirez back across the net to Monahan. Tigers let it go, and the point goes to Red Oak. Tigers are on the board first here, 1-0. Set number 3. And the Tigers lead 2-0. Boswell serve into the back row to Monahan. Up front to Crone. Miller taps it across to Gray. Blocked at the net. Tigers keep it alive. Pushed across the net. Free ball by Bond. Monahan with the set to Bonet. She hits it. It goes into the net. Point goes to Red Oak. Red Oak leads 2-0.
A great start for the Tigers coming off. They came out quick right after that break there in the second set. Great 2-0 start to get things going for the Tigers.
Back to serve is Boswell. Olivia Boswell. Serve into the back row. Monahan. Up front it goes to Crone. Set to Wesak. She hits it, but it goes too far and out of play, and the point goes to Red Oak. It's 3-0. Red Oak with the lead in set number 3. Boswell serve into the back row. Cheryl. Hit across by Bonet. Up front goes to Crone. Kind of out of sync there, Wesak was. She manages to get it back across the net. I think we're going to have a lifting call on the Tigers. We do.
They're kind of picking on Alexis tonight for that lift. I don't necessarily agree with those. She's just a pretty smooth setter. But we take the calls as the officials give them, right?
That's how you work it. Bonet back to serve. Nice ace serve by Georgie Bonet.
That's the great way for St. Albert to respond as well as you get those errors and then go create your own points with them.
It's 3-2. Red Oak leads set number 3. Bonet serve to Ramirez. Wallace to Gray. She hits it. Kind of bounces right along the top ribbon and falls where the open spot's out on the floor.
Kind of get the home court bounce on that one for sure.
Into the game, O'Neill taking seat as Wallace, and back to serve Ramirez for Red Oak. It's 4-2. Red Oak with the lead, set number 3. And Merced Ramirez back to serve. Monahan gets under it. We're going to have a free ball across the net by Cheryl. Hit hard by Jocelyn O'Neill. That puts a smile on Dad's face over there, doesn't it? 5-2 is the score. Red Oak with the lead.
Good little quick set. Jocelyn slams it down. 10-foot bounce, as she would like to describe it.
Across the net by Ramirez. A serve by Merced Ramirez. And Red Oak got a little momentum going here. 6-2 is our score in set number 3. Red Oak leads 2-0. 25-19 and 14. And back to serve is Ramirez. Monahan passes it up front. Tapped across by Crone. It's too far and goes out of play. And the point goes to Red Oak.
Heads up by the Tiger defense right there. Just, court awareness, knowing where that line is, letting the ball fall out of bounds.
7-2, Red Oak leads set number 3. Ramirez serve into the back row to Monahan. Hit it into the net. Wesak, and the point goes to Red Oak. Red Oak has all the momentum. Will we see a timeout or not?
I certainly would think a timeout's coming, but, I'm not the coach either, so.
You're not the official or the coach.
Right. I've tried to be sometimes.
Ramirez into the back row to Monahan, and Monahan does a nice job getting under it, but it's just a bit too high, and the players can't hold it.
Here comes that timeout.
9-2, timeout on the court. Red Oak with the lead, set number 3. We'll take it with them and be back after this.
If your life needs a financial game plan, let Miller Financial Group coach you through life's financial playbook. Their knowledge is built on almost a 60-year tradition of combining their market and product experience with their passion for helping others pursue better financial living. If knowledge and honesty are important to you and your financial future, contact Miller Financial Group in Red Oak at 712-623-5726 and schedule an appointment today.
Hey Sunshine Country, it's Cheryl Porter. Do you like your job? How would you like to love your job? Fresco System USA is looking for several highly motivated workers to join our team. Come see me at 2026 Fernwood Avenue in Red Oak or call 712-623-8100 extension 6659 and we can talk about everything we offer, like sign-on bonuses of up to $3,500, benefits starting day 1, and so much more. So if you're ready to love your job, come see me today at Fresco System USA.
Hits it across, dump set by Ramirez. That's third time tonight.
I mean, that's just really hard to pick out. I mean, some teams have figured out, maybe they watch a little film on her, but, man, I tell you what, she catches me looking up here. Just don't know she's going to do it.
10-2 is our score. Red Oak leads set number 3. Monahan passes it up front, set from Crone to Miller. She hits it across hard. DeVries taps it across. This time Cheryl gets under it. Into the back row, Kennedy DeVries passes it up front, set to Laney DeVries. She taps it across. Crone across the net. Set goes to Gray. She hits it hard. Bounces off of the back row, and the point goes to Red Oak.
Great volley for both teams there, too. You know, you love to see, as a team, you love to win that volley and keep that momentum going.
11-2 is our score. Red Oak leads set number 3. Serve to Monahan. Free ball across the net. Evsick, and it falls to the floor, and the point goes to St. Albert. Back to serve for St. Albert will be Kylie Wiesack. 11-2 is our score. Kylie Wiesack back to serve. Kylie is a junior, 5'8 junior. Serve taps the top ribbon, bounces across. Hit hard by DeVries right down the line into the corner.
Just a great quick set there from Merced to Laney on the right side. Getting the point and the momentum back for the Tigers here.
12-3 is our score. Laney DeVries back to serve for Red Oak. Middle portion of the court as always from Laney. Into the back row, and Miller gets under that.
Starting to see St. Albert just wear down just a little bit here.
13-3 is our score. Laney DeVries back to score, or to serve. Passed up front for Crone. Pushed across by Evsick. Hit across by Gray. Up front it goes to Crone. She does the dump set, but Laney DeVries gets under it. Hit by Gray, and the point goes to Red Oak.
And Gray's had a great night here tonight, especially you saw her in that first game too as well. She was really a go-to, and here tonight having some great swings here on the ball.
Laney DeVries got a little momentum going from behind the service line here. 14-3 is our score. Set from Crone, pushed across by Cheryl. Hit hard by Gray. Big kill by Marley Gray that time. Nice hit.
Found the gap next to Monahan. You know, she's been all over the court and had some impressive digs for the Saints, both here against the Tigers and when we saw her playing against Kuemper there.
Hit from DeVries. Yeah, in the game against Kuemper, those two big shots that came from baiting were pretty impressive. Hit by O'Neal. There's Monahan again. Free ball across the net. Evsick. DeVries passes it up front. Ramirez to O'Neal. Nice job by Jocelyn. And the point goes to Red Oak at 16-3. Timeout on the court. 16-3. Red Oak with the lead in set number 3. And we'll be back after these messages. Red Oak leads 2-0.
Farming isn't just your livelihood, it's your life. No one understands that better than Farm Bureau Financial Services. We offer comprehensive coverage that protects your farm, machinery, livestock, and so much more. You'll get customized coverage on one policy with one premium and one deductible when you need it the most. Contact Farm Bureau agents Bruce Bryant or Jamie Sifford in Red Oak and learn more about smarter insurance for agriculture.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Hey, make note of our sponsors and let them know you appreciate it making possible for us to be here. Red Oak leads 17-3, served by DeVries. Passed up front from Miller, pushed across by Sherrill. There's Ramirez to DeVries, hit across by O'Neal, Jocelyn O'Neal. And the point goes to Red Oak. It's 18-3 now, set number 3. Tigers seem to be loose and having fun.
Yeah, definitely when they're having fun, it's great volleyball and short-term memories on any of those errors.
We're going to have a free ball across the net by Monahan. I like the way Monahan plays, to be honest with you. There's Monahan set to Efsick. Ramirez passes it up front, hit to O'Neal. Nice job by Jocelyn to get across. Efsick taps it across, blocked there by Gray. And tapped across by Sherrill. DeVries gets under it, hit across by Gray. Monahan gets under it once again. Hit by Miller, off of the hands of the Tigers, and the point goes to St. Albert.
Great volley there. I mean, we've seen a couple of those tonight.
Yes.
Hopefully St. Albert, maybe they can get a little change in the momentum here, win in a great volley like that.
18-4 is our score, set number 3. Red Oak with the lead. End of the game is Went. I think that's the first time we've seen her this evening. There's Jocelyn O'Neal with the kill. 19-4. Coming into the game also is Carly Jenkins, and taking a seat, Kennedy DeVries. Coach Montgomery rotating in some younger players now.
Yep, get a lead like this. It's good to see some of those guys get some court time. And
Marley Gray with the serve. Set to Sherrill. She taps it across, and the point goes to Red Oak. Lydia Sherrill. She's a senior. Back to serve will be Monahan. Coming into the game is Siebenecker, taking a seat Gray. Monahan back to serve. Ellie Monahan, a sophomore. 19-5 is our score. Siebenecker passes it up front. Hit across the net that time by Jenkins.
Just a little strong.
Point goes to St. Albert. 19-6 is our score. Monahan with the serve. There's Went. Free ball across the net by Williams. Passed up front to Klausman. Hit hard that time by Bonet. Back across the floor.
All right.
That was Tori Went.
Tori Went with the great dig, and
it goes all the way back.
St. Albert just let it fall on their side, inbound.
And the point goes to Red Oak. It's 20-6. Coming into the game now, Alexis Wallace, sophomore, back to serve for the Tigers.
I don't think we've seen her do a jump serve yet. Maybe, yep.
There you go. Jump serve by Wallace. It's a bit strong, goes out the back, and the point goes to Red Oak.
St. Albert.
Yeah, something like that.
It's somewhere in between.
It's 20-7, Red Oak with the lead. Sometimes that just happens,
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh. Set to Williams. Nice hard hit by Williams, and it goes off of the St. Albert players, and the point goes to Red Oak. It's 21-7. Maddie Doyle gets set to check into the game. She does. Williams takes a seat. Doyle goes back to serve. Serve from Doyle into the back row. Monahan passes it up front. Set to Bonet. There's Siebenecker with the set to Jenkins. Free ball across the net by Sherrill. Doyle passes it up front. Went taps it across into the open spot on the court, and the point goes to Red Oak. It's 22-7. Red Oak with the lead.
Kind of fun to see some of those younger players that don't get a lot of playing time out there having fun and
certainly
getting some great points, great volleys.
Doyle with the serve. Little soft serve. Ace serve by
floater.
Maddie Doyle.
Yeah.
She just floats it right across the net. 23-7. Coming into the game now is Brinkley Salick. And Siebenecker will take a seat. Brinkley Salick into the game, sophomore. Back to serve is Doyle. This serve a little harder. Sherrill gets under it. Pass up front to Bonet. She hits it across, and the point goes to St. Albert. It's 23-8. Landry Miller gets set to come into the ball game. Back to serve will be Lily Crone for St. Albert. Crone serve into the back row. Doyle is there, but falls to the floor, and the point goes to St. Albert. Lily Crone once again back to serve. 23-9 is our score. Red Oak leads 2-0. And Lily Crone back to serve into the back row. Doyle is there, passes it up front. Set and hit across by Went. And it's going to fall to the floor, and the point goes to St. Albert. It's 23-10. Back to serve is Crone. Into the back row, passed up front it goes. This ball is hit across by Jenkins. Big hit. Goes off of the hands of the Tigers, and the point goes to St. Albert. 23-11. Lily Crone back to serve once again. Hitting under it is the Tigers. There's Wallace. Have a down ball across the net by Went. Hit across by Alexis Wallace. Pushed back across the net to Monahan. Set goes to Wesak. It goes out of play, and the point goes to Red Oak. It's game point now. (24-11). Back to serve is Carly Jenkins for Red Oak. Sherrill is there. Free ball across the net by Miller.
Just a little bit of a miscue there with the younger guys out there. Maybe these guys haven't had quite the playing time. Alexis had the right idea, doing a quick little back set.
Back to serve will be Bonet. 24-11. Bonet's serve into the back row. Doyle passes it up front, set to Gray. Into the net, point goes to St. Albert. It's 24-13. And now back to serve once again will be Georgie Bonet for St. Albert. 24-13 is our score in set number 3. Doyle passes it up front. Wallace, we're going to have, I think, two hits.
Yeah. Created that awesome spin so when the Tigers hit it, get that movement on the ball that nobody can touch. No digs possible on those 2 hits.
Oh, Derek. A little out of sorts tonight, Derek. You're a little out of sorts
Just
tonight.
Maybe, I don't know, a little bit.
Gosh, I tell you what, I don't know. 24-14 is our score. Timeout on the court. And we'll be back at it here. Red Oak leads 2-0 here tonight. Carol Kuemper comes in, and they don't drop a set all evening. They take Red Oak game number 1, 25-23, 14-21. Game number 2, they take over St. Albert 25-11, 19-15. And take care of business here in Red Oak this evening. Red Oak leads 2-0 here. Ball into the net, and the point goes to St. Albert. It's 24-15. Back to serve is Bonet. Serve from the middle portion of the court into the back row. Passed up front. Wallace with the set. It's hit into the net, and the point goes to St. Albert. 24-16. Back to serve once again will be Georgie Bonet. 24-16 is the score. Into the back row. Doyle is there. Gray. Free ball across the net by Wallace. Passed up front to Crone. Set goes to Miller. It's going to sail out of play, and that's going to do it. 25-16.
Oh, we got a net violation.
Oh, we do.
Or
then never mind. It's 24-17. End of the game is Ramirez taking a seat.
Ellison Johnson.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah.
Back to serve is Bonet. Ramirez gets under it, passes it up front, set to Gray. Went to Wallace, tapped across by Ramirez, and that's going to do it. Violation, Eli, or are we good to go?
Now we're good to go, I think now.
25-17 is our final. Red Oak wins in 3 over St. Albert. Let's take just a quick break, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Kuemper Construction and Trenching has served Southwest Iowa, Northwest Missouri, and Southeast Nebraska for over 10 years. If your project requires precise ground site work and preparation, you can trust Empire Construction to do your work accurately. They are a regional leader for groundwork, commercial site work, and precision job site preparation work. They hold a reputation for delivering quality service that is on time and on budget. Call Empire Construction today at 712-623-9435 for all your agricultural and commercial needs.
Allensworth Heating and Cooling is here to help you. We offer a variety of services from heating to cooling, hot water heaters, indoor air quality, ductwork, remote, thermostats, attic insulation, sheet metal fabrication, and variable refrigerant flow systems. We offer rebate incentives and financing options to help you reduce the cost of your service. We are a family-owned and family-operated with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Call us today at 712-623-3191.
Red Oak gets the victory. Thoughts on the evening, Derek?
You know, I like what I see from the Tigers. They're just still out there hustling. Towards the end of that last set, definitely having a lot more fun, and you can tell the energy is more upbeat when they're out there having fun and not quite such a close game. So, another W for the Tigers in a conference match, and glad to see that. And definitely, I like seeing Coach rotate in those young players there at the end of the game and give them a chance to get some court time and some varsity experience. So,
Tigers are back in action when, Derek?
I think this weekend we have a tournament. We'll see St. Albert again this weekend in the tournament.
Home tournament?
Home tournament, yep.
Homecoming home tournament.
There you go.
Yep.
All right. So the victory, let me give you a quick rundown. Again, Red Oak gets the victory over St. Albert. 25-19, 14, and 17 here in Red Oak this evening. And we'll see if we have the opportunity maybe to visit with Coach Montgomery or maybe a couple of her players. We'll just have to wait and see that is the case. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back after these messages.
Get your best buy at Hawkeye, the little Ford dealer.
When it's time to shop for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, let the team at Hawkeye Ford in Red Oak help you score big. You'll walk away a winner with the great deal you'll find at Hawkeye Ford, and they make car shopping easy. Visit them just east of Red Oak on Highway 34 or shop from anywhere, anytime at HawkeyeFord.com. Hustle in today and get in the game of finding a great deal at Hawkeye Ford in Red Oak.
At Western Iowa Networks, we know that fast internet speeds and a reliable phone network is important to you. Not just because that's what we say we'll deliver, but because those services are what connects you to your family and friends. We strive to give you the best product and service possible, because when you deal with us, you're dealing with family. Not just some distant voice on the other line, but someone you can trust to do the job right. Sign up today and join our family at westianet.com.
Montgomery. Coach Montgomery, triangular here tonight. Drop one to Carol Kuemper.
Yep.
Win one against St. Albert. Tell me what you saw out there tonight.
I feel like we were two different teams. Against Kuemper, we kind of just came out kind of flat. Whether that's a 4:30 game. They have a lot of experienced big hitters, though, too, that have been playing for quite a while. I liked our chances. I liked our scouting on them. They're just a good team. They have some kids that can really hit the ball. Yeah. Whether that kind of rattled us a little bit or not. We had some really good moments, but not as consistent. We went into Sharon's room between games, watched a little of the film, because sometimes I think, we tell them what we see, and it's hard for them to really see it. So we kind of pointed some things out on film, and I feel like that struck a good chord.
Is it hard, Coach, going from playing early, taking a game off, and then coming back and getting back up for that second game? Is that hard to do or not?
Honestly, I think it was exactly what these guys needed. They needed to kind of step away, talk about things as a group, and completely. And I think they knew they were going to have a bigger crowd, after practices were finished. And they do enjoy playing for their home crowd, for all the parents and for the students. The student section was great tonight. So, I think I loved the energy that they had. Really, for the most part, it was a really, really good match against St. Albert. Very good balance, good movements.
Did you, and you've watched, you know what to expect from St. Albert.
Yeah. They're always going to be, their coach, Angie, she is fantastic. She always has them prepared. They're kind of like us. They lost a pretty big senior class last year. Yeah. But they're always known for being super scrappy and just really not ever letting anything down.
Derek and I and Eli commented on that tonight. Even though they may have been down quite a bit, they still were hustling and scrappy, trying to get points and trying to make plays.
Yep, that's what they're known for. They're always somebody that we talk about. Like, what do you want to be known for? Like, when people are preparing for Red Oak, what do you want them to say about us? Because it's for St. Albert, it's scrappiness. It's never giving up on those points. And, so there was a good match and some good confidence, I think.
Does homecoming week get in the way of practice and everything that's going on or not?
I'm kind of happy that we played earlier in the week.
Yeah.
I think the closer we get to, if we would have played Thursday night, I think it's a little bit closer to the madness.
Yes.
I think Saturday will be okay because it will be
And that's here, right?
That's our home tournament. Yes, we have 12 teams. Mount Vernon will be here again. We love having them all the way over here. Next year, we've got Sioux Center coming in from Northwest Iowa. So, it's kind of just nice to see a lot of different teams. I want to say there's only 4 Hawkeye 10 teams out of the 12 that are here. So, we'll have 4 courts going. It should be a good day of volleyball.
So if you want to watch some volleyball,
come.
Yeah. Go to the football game Friday night and then get up and come down and watch some volleyball.
Yes, exactly. We start at 8 a.m.
Yep.
I don't think we play the first match, so maybe around 9 a.m. for our first match. So, it should be a great day of volleyball. If you like volleyball, no matter who you cheer for, it's going to be a good day.
Very good.
Which was what we like.
Well, enjoy the rest of homecoming week. Congratulations on the victory tonight against St. Albert. And nice to see you, Coach.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Head coach of the Red Oak Tigers, Angie Montgomery, with us. Our thanks to Coach Montgomery for stopping by and visiting with us. And we sure want to say thanks to her for always stopping by and visiting with us. And, Derek, final thoughts on the evening here?
Just like Coach said there, she took the team into, one of the rooms there, kind of reset with that short-term memory like she talks about a couple of times. And they came out hadn't even really experienced that Kuemper game and played pretty darn good, pretty balanced here against a scrappy, as she described, and I would agree with that, scrappy St. Albert team. I think we will see St. Albert here Saturday in the tournament again and hopefully be able to, connect the same way we did here tonight against them.
Very good. Eli, thanks for running all the production software and the camera. You did it pretty much all by yourself here this evening.
You got it always. A
quick rundown. I'll tell you what, let's just take a quick break. We'll go ahead and end our stream now. We're going to take a quick break. I'll come back and give a quick